Monday morning of this week, we were just finishing breakfast when we got a call out for our fire department, our fire station. Heavy smoke by the Laurelbrook nursing home. It was causing difficulty. The air system was not able to handle it. So we were called out. TJ the fire chief, and I started driving around in engine number 3, searching for the source of the smoke. There was a lot of smoke when we first got there. We could hardly see across the campus. As we're driving around the campus and then back on the gravel road, the smoke seemed to just be hanging there in the air. Then in some places it seemed a little bit better. Down by the lake, Laurelbrook Lake, not too bad. On further from the lake, actually pretty decent. But then as we started to come around the back side of the campus again, smoke. You could see it as the sunlight was going through the trees. And then it started to get thicker, and then sometimes thinner. But what was the source? There was a lot of smoke. We were not able to find the source of the smoke on campus. Getting back towards the main part of the campus, smoke was heavier again. Then we got back to the bridge. Wasn't too bad. The house on the left that you see there is where Josephine Cunnington Edwards, the great storyteller and missionary from Africa, once lived, I believe, while she was teaching English at Laurelbrook. We came back out to Ogden Road, took a left, headed down to the fire station, past the nursing home, around the curves, and the smoke started to get heavier again. Someone said maybe over at the cemetery. So that's where we headed. One of the faculty at Laurelbrook sent a drone up. Heading up towards the cemetery. Not too bad up there, but you can still see the smoke hanging there. One of the firefighters from the Cayuga Fire Department turned out in her personal vehicle, and TJ is out consulting with her, as well as being on the radio and talking with dispatch. We headed down the road again and saw off to the left smoke. So we followed the road back past a house, and we could see the smoke in the valley. Carlina, the gal that TJ was consulting with, went and got a side-by-side from their farm, which isn't that far away. And TJ and Carlina went as far as they could to the tree line, while I stayed with Engine 3 and a driver for the tanker from Cayuga stayed back. Seems to be lifting. Looking better. But still in the valley, in the distance. We kept our eye on it, and TJ called the fire chief for the entire county, and he agreed to bring his drone over, which is a large drone, and they came over to survey the site. You can see that where we were, the smoke was getting better. But off in the distance in the valley, I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's see. So we could see the smoke rising. It seemed like we didn't know what the source was, but later in the afternoon, it was discovered that a farmer had surrounded his field of tomato plants and had hay burning, bales of hay smoldering to try to protect his tomato plants from the potentially freezing weather. So this was on Walkertown Road on the edge of our district. But that was our Monday morning. Finally, Cherry and Wes and Jan went home. They were standing by at the station waiting to see where they should be deployed to. When the drone showed that there was nothing in this valley, we moved over to the Baptist Church at the corner of Lloyd Road and Ogden Road. And we saw some smoke coming up on Bluffview, which is our road. So TJ and I took the Engine 3 over there, checked it out. And yes, there was smoke, but it was definitely not the source. So 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, so 3.5 hours we spent dealing with that. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.